And I want to start with these big Supreme Court decisions that just came down. The Republican majority on the court apparently deciding that there is just not enough money in politics and ruling on this case that was originally brought by J.D. Vance when he was a senator, a 6-3 decision that says that state and national political parties can now spend an unlimited amount of money on candidates and coordinate directly with those candidates. The court's Republicans overruling what was called the coordinated party expenditure limit. And they're now arguing that violated the First Amendment. They also ruled that these parties have essentially no limitations on how they can use that money to support candidates. This, I imagine, is going to have an immediate effect. What should we expect, Joe, to see in the coming weeks from the parties?
Well, I mean, look, with no coordination, inhibitions or prohibition, I just think you're going to see a lot of new committees sprout up with, nice sounding names that are actually designed to do the dirty work of every campaign out there. And with no real reporting in terms of how much, the cash and what they're doing, and they can coordinate directly. So it's literally, before, look, we used to have like the red box where maybe, a campaign could signal to an independent expenditure, what they were hoping they would get support, but that's gone. It's like a phone call. Forget it. They could be in the same room. They can move money back and forth. This is, handing the Republican Party, I think, because they play this game more or have been more successful at playing it with the dark money than Democrats have been. And particularly with the billionaires, with Elon Musk, people who can just write a big check and create their own committee and go wild in all of these races now, and coordinate with the campaign they're trying to help. So, this is just another step to putting more power in the hands of corporations and the billionaires. And again, first of all, you got to remember that corporations are people. All of this is based on that First Amendment that says it was supposed to be for all of us, for people, for real human beings, not corporations, and they've just lifted it all. This has been one of the worst days of Supreme Court, days where they released rulings. I didn't see a whole lot of anything good other than Thomas telling Roy Moore that he's not going to get the $8 million that he was suing for in that in his civil case. That Thomas just rejected that. That was about the only, and it was Clarence Thomas that did it. So that's kind of bizarre. But anyway, that's one of the few good things I saw.
And NPR, I think, described this really well. They called it the best of both worlds for Republicans because they can coordinate and now raise unlimited money.
Yeah.
And it's something like mega donors make up 80% of the RNC's donor base. It's about half that for Democrats. Doesn't it seem to you like this gives donors even more ability to control the RNC than they already had?
Yeah, absolutely. There's no limits. Forget about the $3,600 or $3,800, $3,700 cap on what you can give to a federal candidate. No, there's no limits. There's nothing. You can coordinate. No, it just lifts. And like I said, with billionaires now, with Elon Musk, all of them, Peter Thiel, all these guys, they can just dump boatloads now direct. With basically direct coordination. It is the best of both worlds for the Republicans, and it's another partisan. The way the court has fueled more money in politics, like you said, Max, and I think it's great. It's like they've decided there's not enough money, big money in politics. They wanted to create more power for the big money. That's what this decision does. Yeah. And that's why, in the Dean campaign, when I started, I thought, look, I thought we were going to break the system in a way that said, no, if all of us gave $10, $15, $25, I'm talking about citizens, rank and file, members of the party, who are in the precincts doing the work, activists, that would change the way, we would have a more impact, and Washington would be listening to us more. Instead, what happened was the Republicans went, well, man, we're not going to compete with that so much. We're just going to, in the court, we'll open the floodgates so we can compete with the people by letting corporations and billionaires massively fund with no limits, and literally erase the power of individuals. And I think that's the right now, if this decision angers you, give $5 to a candidate that is going to be for democracy, stand against this stuff, because they just open the door to billions more on the other side. Pick the candidates that you can. I know it's tough out there, folks, but double down, give again. There are plenty of good races we can win, but they just open the floodgates, basically to flood us, to drown our voice. That's what they're trying to do.